Hello everyone, welcome back to Can of Wormholes. Last time we did the 3 puzzles here in this segment of the 8th worm. Then we're going to keep just working up from the back of the body up towards the front, and so next up we have this guy here. Who knows what is going to be going on with this? Right, so we have a 3 vertical piece and a hole for a 3 vertical piece. Sure. We have a dot here that can be eaten, and a 3 long piece here that is presumably going to be the piece that we end in after we've eaten. So I guess it basically mostly comes down to getting this guy on the other side of this guy. Okay, so that can happen, but we get stuck. That lets us out of there. Then if we push those over, that can get that out of there. Then I can't get off of this ride, which is a problem. So it seems like that's going to be the rough set of manipulations we need. The other things that we can possibly do are moving this in a way that lets us flip it at a different stage over this guy. So it's going to have to be, oh god, here if we want to be able to back out of this. Now once we've done that, we can actually move this over at our leisure, because we can get onto the center guy once they're in the center. So then that begs the question, could we roll this over in some fashion that would let us get out of here? Because that could go all the way to there, and then we eat this. But if we eat that there, we can't get back out, because that grows head first. And so then we can't turn around. So I think that's going to be not it. Because we definitely need to eat that dot at some point. It's the only way which we can get out. Oh, that doesn't have resistance. I was thinking we could latch onto that, roll over to the left, and then just push it out of the way. But that is the only way to have the wall have resistance. And we've already discovered doing this leaves us unable to get off. Now if I do that, I fall. And also, this results in the long piece being on the wrong side. So that is also a fall. Once this is really far over, though, I can be at a 90-degree turn and just grab it. Nice. Fast one. What do we have on this side? Right. This looks like it should be the easiest thing in the world. Why isn't it going to be? We can't push a too long one through a longer one, obviously. But we, instead, ourselves can be the one to fit in this gap rather than the one that is too long that we are presented with. So perhaps this becomes an island there that we can use for turning stuff around. So if this was here, is it going to need to be lower than this? Because if that goes out to there, I can't push it round. So I think this too long piece just needs to do this and go there. And then those can come across, that can go over, that can go across to here. Is it here? Not that. The other thing that we can do, though, is this. Don't know that that helps us. We can obviously do the same thing further down once we decide where... Oh, okay, hold on. Could it be that we make a really long line out of these two? No, because I can't consume both. But I can cross the line that way. Okay. So then I can put this wherever I want it. Say here. Then this goes across. How do I get you higher though? Because once pieces get to that edge on the top or the bottom, it becomes much more difficult to move them inwards. However, what I might be able to do is if I do this, okay, hold on. I want I want to do two things at once, and I can't, because I want to move this over to here. Actually, hold on. I want that to move to the left now. And I can do that like that, which gets that up there. This can go on the right-hand side. And I can fill this gap. Alright, not so bad, not so bad. No, I didn't want to do that. I was trying to shoot into the plant pot to plant trees. Man, up to this point, I had kind of forgotten that looking for insight was a thing. Because I haven't done that on any of these puzzles or in a fair while, because of course on the rocket puzzles you don't get insight for the rocket levels. You just get the regular insight. Okay, so that L shape needs to roll on both axes to fit in that hole. And the very first thing I must do is push upwards, because I can't get out otherwise. Now here's the problem. I can do that, but I think this 3 long piece needs to be nestled within this 4 long gap for me to be able to do the second part of the rotation. Now what I can do, or what I think I can do, is actually move that up like that, which then lets this, oh god, lets this come down like this. Might need to be further over, and I can't move anything further over from here because I can't push stuff to the left. I can roll that over though. Will that help me? If I would do that before that goes one additional piece to the right. Then roll this. Then that can go there. This can't come across. So it's figuring out when I can cross to one side or the other of these things. Because I guess I can then bring this back closer to center. Which then lets that get in there. But it needs to be even further over to the center. I can't escape out of that. So I do this. Can't do that. Can't do that. If I put that there, I can move that over. Now I'm stuck. So that whole thing, that whole thing goes to the left further. So that that piece can get to the edge. Do I have to go all the way to the edge of the board? It can't be all the way to the edge of the board because I can't stand on that fringe piece at the edge. If that comes back to the right one... Ah, the holes. That can't roll. This can roll. Where do I need this to go so that I can roll it? Because it would work if this was all the way at the left-hand side, because the bit that's trying to go around underneath the level would have enough room to rotate through. I'm going to assume this doesn't start on the left-hand side. No, because I can't do anything with it, whereas here I can get it out. Other thing I could do, hadn't thought about it yet, but I can put resistance on that there to flip that way first. Then I can start bringing this over. I want to rotate this upwards. But to have resistance, I need to be inside of that. How on earth am I going to roll it upwards? So I now need to roll it on its long horizontal piece to make these two things match. But I can't get to the long piece. Because I can't get resistance on this. I can do resistance here, but I think we did that when we basically started, didn't we? That can roll out, which lets me in behind this, but again, doesn't really help me. This can come across however far I like it. That can roll that way. Just figuring out, I can put the 3 long piece inside the 4 long gap. Where do I put it that it can then roll upwards? because I can't roll that upwards, ever. And it's not like I can move this out of the way in a fashion that would let me move it all out of the way first, right? I don't think that last sentence made actual sense as a thing that I said. Oh, man. I want to roll you while you're inside this, but I want to do it vertically. So does that mean I have to do it before the really, really long piece gets to the top wall? So I have to do it here. Except, how do I do that and get the one on the left over here? If I do this now, I can't get... I mean, I can push that down. This is basically what I want. I just need to be able to get on it. Because if it's not up against the wall, I can rotate and the big piece will just kind of move upwards, I think. How far over can I go and still get it back? Probably about that far. Except, if this is in the way, I can't go that far. I can go out to here, bring this up twice. Then I can bring this over, except I can't. If I put that there, I never get it back. So, can we do it? We can't do it on the left because I have to back out in this direction. My ability to give commentary on this puzzle has completely left my body. I know what I want. I'm just really not sure how I'm getting it. I want this. I just want it higher in the level. Right? And I can't put this higher up because then I can never get anything to move back downwards. I could be completely wrong. I concede that that is a thing that is possible. So I want... If I put that there, and this here... What if I put that all the way over there? If this goes here, I cannot push it left in any capacity, can I? Okay. So, it has to go there. Then this can come over to here. That goes up one. Not that far. Okay. So that gets us to there. Is that what I want? Is that what this whole thing was working towards? Because I was thinking more so about rolling that way. But with that piece in the way, I can't actually make that full roll. But I can go this way. And then I just need to flip it the other axis. But I don't know that I could ever get force over there. So, is it just actually doing the other direction first? If I do this, I can't do that. If I do this, I fall off the edge of the world. So, can we come back to the right one? Kinda, but then... Oh, wait. No. I can do that. But if I do this, I can no longer get it off the wall. Alright, let's go look at one of the other puzzles in this room. I can taste the solution on that one, but we'll see what's happening here. Really long maze. We got this. We've got all of this. Gets us stuck. Interesting. And all we need to do is flip this on both axes, I think. Oh god, yeah, that's not going to go, is it? So where could we exist that we can do that? I think becomes a very big, important question, doesn't it? Like, do we need to find spaces in this level that we can make a mirror of ourselves? Can't be this. I need to push that to the right once first, I guess. Oh, goodness me. Right, what is symmetrical out of all of this? I have no idea. Like, there's some cutouts and stuff that are roughly similar. But could I guess I could stick that in there. And the thing is, right, if we go to this, that indentation is 3 long and then it comes out. The other one on the other side is 3 long and it goes down. So those aren't a mirror image of one another. So this whole thing actually only needs to flip once. It needs to flip on this line. Because at the moment it's an L and it's going to be a backwards L. So do we just need to figure out where we can exist and make that flip? Because to start, we can put that down there. Now that gets us stuck. We can always just come and use the giant expanse of space up there. Then okay, so I think we want to go on the outside edge of this shape on the way back. Can't be this. Reset again. So not there, because we need the room to get back out. We avoid that corner. We avoid that space. Why doesn't this work? We have... okay. It's just about drawing a symmetrical line somewhere through this. I almost want to get paint out and just hypothesize what that symmetrical line is going to look like. Because the only thing that we can really manipulate is how far right the L has moved. I wish there was a greater indicator of which bit is in the wrong spot. I guess it's this, anything that's kind of to do with this block here. Because 2 to the left of me is a block, so I need 2 to the right of me to not be a block. But I'm trying to avoid using that bottom right corner, because I also think that is going to interfere. The other thing would be to rotate that way, but we can't. Except it does start up. So, but there's no way we could roll this down, because the level isn't that tall to have room to move down like that. We couldn't do this. It's clearly not the way that's going to go. Ooh, we could consume the whole thing and roll, perhaps. That might be an option. So rather than just biting one piece, go all the way through it before we try and roll. Perhaps not, because we can't roll downwards on this piece. Oh, jeez. Is it really... I could be missing something quite important. I concede there could be some bigger piece of this that I'm missing. But I think for right now I'm going to need to put these down. I've done like 5 episodes in a row today, so I might be all puzzled out for the day. But we got some good ones done at the start of the session, so that is all good. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting that like button. If you have any questions or comments, you can put those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.